Hello? Hi? Does this work? Oh, whatever. Hi. Um, so today, I guess we're gonna draw. I don't know what I'm doing. Is the audio working? The stream feed has to catch up before I actually hear it, but hopefully I can hear it when it catches up. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Do I hear myself? Anything? Okay, great. Perfect. That way I can keep the audio of my desktop okay, because I don't have music, because I don't know what's legal to play, nor do I know any resources on what's legal to play. But anyway, I guess we're gonna draw. Speaking of legality, I don't know who I'm allowed to draw to. Maybe there's a little more planning and research there. So today I'm just gonna redraw an old piece of work, an OC. Nothing too exciting. I have some old refs here. Here we go. Man, some of these are a long time ago. What's the year on that? April 2017, and it's almost 3 years. Wow. So yeah, that's surely something worth visiting. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, I guess we'll just go right ahead. Wait, let me just turn on whatever's okay. So I don't know how other people do this. This is how I usually do things. So if any of this just, I don't know, bothers you, I'm sorry. I mean, I think I'm already gonna turn some heads for using GIMP. If you've heard of that meme with the, what was that? The alignment chart of art styles and art programs. GIMP is unlawful evil. Who knew, right? I am neither lawful nor evil. Well, at least not at the same time. It's either lawful or evil, never both. So that's good, right? Yeah. So it's either chaotic or good. So anyway, I don't know. I'm just messing around, seeing what drafts to work with. What's a nice pose? We already know the basic hands on shoulder pose. Isn't that normal? Everyone does that. But I don't know. I want to try something new. I'm not really good at gesture drawings yet. I'm more of a construction person. So I guess my art does show up a little stiff sometimes. Sometimes it works out and it works great. But other times I have crap. So, probably should have thought this out a little better. But we're here to learn. And I hope you're here to learn too. Because at least one of us have to start learning this. So anyway, yeah. Circle for the head. Maybe hip to the side. Mwah. What's a good pose? Hands on the hip. Maybe a line of action. Look at that little curvy boy. Yeah, little curvy boy. Yeah, something little Sailor Moony. No. Or maybe start small. Yeah, work it out small. Let's hide this first. Yeah, I have a tablet. It's a little finicky. I think that the nib, the tip, is a little broken up. So sometimes it's gonna skip. Hopefully it doesn't, because it's really annoying. What do I got? Nothing? Not a creative person here. How about just something sitting? You know, sitting is fine. People sit all the time. I'm sitting right now. Who knew, right? Yeah, something like that. You know, see, the problem with this is usually when I draw stuff like this, I like to stand up and then test out the pros because I have a mirror next to me. So I could just test out if it's natural or it makes sense. But you know, I'm kind of stuck to this chair now for the next hour, so. Oh no. So anyway, let's just plot everything out. You know, a little draft. Legs. Legs are great, you know. And work out the proportions later. Let's put a second layer. Just to help visualize, let's put a seat, bench. Just something that tells me, oh, okay, that's a thing she's sitting on. Maybe it's a wall. We don't know. Isn't that amazing? Probably move this whole thing a little higher. Yeah, just give myself a little space. You can always crop this later. Layer to image size, you know, just move everything to the layer, the drawable area. So yeah, not much planned out, but you know, hopefully turns out great. Hopefully I can do this in 1 to 2 hours, because honestly, it would usually take me longer than that, because I get distracted so easily. So if I stop moving for any reason, it's probably because I alt-tab to look at, I don't know, pictures of rocks or something. So hopefully, when I'm streaming, I can keep my attention here long enough to actually finish. So yeah, let's just plot out where the major parts are. I think she's a little too long in the torso. It's just yeah, something like that. Just very roughly figure out where everything is. And I don't know, it's just smug. Yeah, smug. Is that smug? I don't know. Sure, yeah. Something like that. Just to remember how the face works. So this is the draft layer. Rough skeleton of what I want to make. Now this is the part where I make the actual lines. Like the line. See, I'm gonna name it the layer line, so I know it's the line. Line thickness, I usually work at like 8, but I'm trying to learn how to go to 4. I don't know how people do thin lines. But yeah, this is as far as I know. Oh yeah, let's pull those references again, because I don't trust my caveman brain to remember all the details, especially if it's more than 2 years old. Because I'm an old man. Send help! So usually I start with the face. Now this is the face of Mercy, yeah. Make rough face, perpetually stuck in the 3/4 view. Maybe we'll try a frontal view or a side view. But let's see what a 3/4 feels like. Just to get the whole feeling down. And just starting, I already see I drafted the head too big for the body. I'm a genius. See, look at that. I draw circle heads too big. Anyway, we'll just adjust a bit. You can always draw it over again later. But roughly this should be the size of the head. Probably. Always save. Because if I don't trust my computer to keep this on. shoulders. How do you do that? When your hand is on the seat, your shoulder is raised slightly because your arm is a little longer than your torso. So, yeah. Parallel up. Something like this. Oh yeah, disclaimer. I'm not an amazing artist. I identify as an okay artist. What that means is I'm not gonna put myself down, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. I'm sure a lot of you will say like, "Oh, my art is horrible. You're doing better than me." Try not to, put yourself down. We all start somewhere, and I don't think it's healthy to have that kind of self-doubt or self-depreciation. Self-depreciation. Shun. Because yeah, that's not doing you any favors. I kind of learned that the hard way. So it's good to accept, that you're kind of good at it. You could do better at it. So keep going. Try not to put yourself down. Even if it does look horrible, that just means you could do better. And you will do better if you keep pushing it. Did I draw the boob first or just flat first? I can't remember. See, I can't even remember my own process. Let's just draw flat first. Map out the torso. This is still running, right? Yeah, it's still running. So yeah, get the other shoulder down. Same thing. Just figure out where the rough shapes are. A lot of this is a little bit of trial and error. But at the same time, I'm also familiar with a lot of things, because I've done this a bunch of times. But not enough that, I'm good at this. Like, don't be afraid to use guiding drafts or whatever skeleton you work out first. I know there's a lot of artists that can draw, like, I don't know, bajillion thighs and fingers without so much as a guide. But I think it's because they've drawn so much of it. They already remember everything in their head. Me, surprisingly, I have not drawn that many thighs. So I have to look sometimes. Look for a guide. And just remember where all the muscles and bones are. I mean, did you know the legs have 2 big bones? There's at least 2 bones in those legs. Probably more, maybe 3. I'm not a doctor. If I was a doctor, I wouldn't be here drawing. Probably. Sometimes I have to go back over the lines. After all these years, I'm not completely comfortable with this tablet pen. I don't know why. I mean, I used it a lot. And by all accounts, I should be good at it. But I'm not. It just always feels awkward to use. Maybe my hand is too big. Maybe my chair is too high. Maybe it's too low. I don't know. I've been struggling to figure that out. But, perseverance. We gotta work what we got. This is how a leg works, yeah? Probably. We'll look things up. Yeah, okay. If I suddenly stop moving, I've probably Googled what a leg looks like at a certain angle. So don't be alarmed. I'll try looking. And hopefully I don't accidentally flash the stream with a whole ankle. That would be scandalous, wouldn't it? Like, oh. It's like, look at this guy, he just started. He's already breaking protocol. Whole ankle. It's disgusting. So yeah, I should probably keep an eye on things here. But we should be fine. I think. I hope. You can all hear me, right? There's at least one person here. Hopefully it's not just me, but That's fine too, because it's okay if I'm not heard. But I did test this. I learned to be more testy with this. Basically, check if the volume actually works, see if there's a feed, poke around once in a while, press play, see if I'm talking. Yeah, that's always something to do. I muted the volume here, so if I start playing myself back, should be okay because it's muted anyway. So only I can hear me. Isn't that spooky? Leg. Okay, so yeah, that's a leg. Just fill on the rest of these gaps. The hip is probably around here somewhere, yeah. Probably. It's like a bendy bit somewhere here. Maybe like that. This is all really just rough guides that I circle back once in a while to make sure it's right. I am open to feedback, but probably after this is all done, yeah. Live feedback sounds like a mess. Mostly because it's gonna be chaotic. Sometimes you can't read what I'm reading. Well, yeah. Just keep going. This is fine. I'm actually not sure how I'm gonna last doing this. Mostly because I don't know what to talk about that isn't a game for the next 2 hours. So yeah, maybe that's an incentive to do this quicker. Quickler. Faster? Quicker. Quicker, yes. Words. How do they work? Sounds fine, alright, cool. So the testing did pay off. Great. We're learning and we're only at our second visible stream. Nobody will talk about those other streams that never happened because they're not visible. It's not canon. It's not. If you don't see it, it's not real. Where's the shoulder? You should always check with yourself. Like, what's the next adjacent body part? Because you're the best ruler of your body. I mean, you could use heads to measure things proportionally. But once you start doing dynamic poses and stuff, that kind of falls apart quickly. Especially if it's perspective. I don't know if you can count heads in perspective. That's pretty crazy. And we'll just put a crazy weird hand like this. Little butter hand. Stick of butter. Wait, which way is thumb? Thumb towards us. Yes. I know how hands work. Don't worry. So just, sticks. Little sticks to remind me that fingers exist. Maybe we'll make one like, ooh, a bendy finger rest. Ooh, so spicy. Like a bendy rest. Ooh. So fancy. Yeah, something like that. Just mark off where the bendy bits are. And we could just review everything. See where everything fits. Let's remove the opacity. Shape. Thank goodness. Thank goodness I remembered what a human is shaped like. Weird humans. Everyone knows the superior form is a blob. Like, just like the ones in Dragon Quest or Ragnarok Online. The superior form. One day they will rise. One day. So yeah, anyway. Just cleaning up lines, checking where everything is. This leg. How thick would this leg be without ruining it? Like this? No? Like this? Leg? leg. Maybe we'll make this. Yeah, let's make it a stretchy leg, like a straightish leg. Like she's, you know, when you're sitting down on a high wall and then you just swing your legs, like, ooh, look at me, I'm having fun. Ooh, I'm so whimsical. Ooh, you know, something like that. Like, ooh. Uh, let's assume this is the bottom of the foot. Foot. Yeah. Oh. Seems a little more fun. Yeah. Yeah. I like to imagine this girl is a little smug. Just not exactly standing on a street lamp kind of smug, but you know, just like, oh, so playful. Actually, I don't know. I just kind of drew this girl on a whim a couple of years back. Just tinkering with colors and style. There's actually others, but I don't know. I like this one best. Can you guess why? I'll probably not tell you the answer, but you know. Can you guess why? Yeah, something like that. Probably need a longer leg. Because if we imagine her leg, this leg here, just like the knee should be somewhere, wait, somewhere around this level, give or take. So when you swing it up here, yeah, can you use your mind thing, your brain pictures, just imagining that, just lifting her leg up to here. That's usually how I measure things, so I know if it's actually that long. I think it's a helpful metric in a way, especially for, yeah, dynamic poses, for shortening, to see if it makes sense in space, 3D space, not outer space, 3D space. Unless I'm drawing in space, but I'm not, so 3D space. This makes sense? This bit kind of bothers me. I'm not sure why. Because maybe it's a bit little fat squish like that. Something like that. Sort of indent. Yeah. Just gotta remember, humans have hips. Remember that. And I should really remember to look up the pelvis again after this. All things considered, this isn't bad. And yeah, we'll add the boobers later. Okay. And just plot out the hand here. If you're not sure what things are, like how the shape of things are, don't be afraid to just plonk a box, because that also helps with 3D space, you know, the not outer space. Because yeah, honestly, body parts are really hard to track. They're just a mess, to be honest. Yeah, something like that. Just gives you a rough idea. I think this leg could be a little longer. Let's just move the knee like bleh, like that. Surely an acceptable adjustment. Surely. And yeah, sorry for these weird short strokes, because like I said, I can't seem to find comfort in using this pen. I'd love to draw from my shoulder, but I have better results doing that with a pencil. And unless you want to see me put a webcam to a piece of paper, and so you can see my hands, Yeah, I'm not on board on that. So yeah, makes a little more sense. The shin, basically a straight line. Don't worry, we'll work out the knees later. I actually don't like using the shift click for straight lines because I try to avoid like pure straight lines when I'm working with stuff like this. Maybe a building in the background, sure, when details are not needed. But if I'm drawing body parts, I don't want to make like use straight lines in any part because I don't know, it looks weird, I guess, upsetting. Like it's too straight. A little bit of the sort of chaos makes it look nicer. At least for me. I don't know, maybe there's an artist there who just uses a bajillion straight lines. That's fine too. Knee? Yeah, that's a knee. I forgot what knees do. It's the bendy bit. This part... Actually, I'm not sure about this part. Let's use a box. Boxes are great. I said this before, but boxes are great because it helps you plot everything out. Just so you know where everything is properly. So if you're not sure, put a box over it. Plot it out with a box. That's 3 dimensions at your side. See? Does that look right? No, it quite doesn't look right. It looks weird. So we can just mangle around it. See what makes sense. See what doesn't. Plot everything out. Box foot. Yeah. Because I don't think we're gonna see the complete bottom of the foot like this. Maybe something like this. Maybe. Is it? Like that. Yeah, I've drawn feet before. Honestly, a lot of learning is just doing and observing. Just keep doing something. If you're not sure or it looks weird, observe. Just try to absorb as much info as you can. I personally look at my hands a lot. Like if I have nothing else to do, I'll just look at my hands like, oh, okay. Finger. Yes. Finger bend. Yes. And just studying it. Look at my hands a lot. I look at people's hair in a not creepy way. It's like, oh, observe. Okay. So that's what happens when someone walks. That's what happens when it passes by an electric fan. Just observing. For some reason I made a polygon face on my foot. That's not a box at all, is it? Yeah. Just familiarize with shapes. Work it out. Right. Just roughly get the idea. Yeah, I'm sorry, this isn't really peak entertainment when I'm drawing a box for a foot, am I? But I do enjoy this. I just hope you guys are too. And who knows, maybe you're learning something from this. You know, sometimes I look at other videos to figure out how to draw. That's fine too. But yeah, the key is observation. Yeah, put a little circle. Just to figure out how the leg occupies space. I need like a bar of soap, just just to work out the 3 dimensions properly. I just use the remote control, don't worry about that. Yeah, that's a bit wild, isn't it? Something like this. Like you kind of see the top. Something like that. Yeah, sure. Also, again, I apologize if there's no music because I literally don't know what is legally allowed to play. I don't want no copyright problems. I'm sorry. I don't even have a recorder to like cobble together some sort of shitpost song. I'm sorry too. Yeah, something like that. Actually, I do have a recorder, I just can't play it. So, don't be expecting that to be future content anytime soon. But yeah, a lot of people have recorders. I guess it's part of school, I guess. Surface. Let's go back to 4. Oh, I'm still in the draft. See, this is my trick. The draft is slightly transparent, so when I draw on it on black, I immediately know if I'm in the wrong place versus the black. See, like that. So if I go on the line, oh, it's fine. I'm in the right place. That's generally how I avoid that very common artist problem of, oh, you just spent 3 hours drawing on the wrong layer. Oh no. Or maybe it's outdated. Maybe people figure that out too. What does a foot look like? Okay. The big toe is around here. I don't have a lot of experience with feet, to be honest. And I just remembered she wears shoes, so none of this matters. Yeah, this is roughly where I want everything. Makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you? Just earmark the shoe around here. Legs are weird, man. Very weird. Maybe I'll make this upper thigh a little thinner. But yeah, not so much that this line here will be congruent, aligned with this line, because that doesn't look right if you do that. There's actually one of these little small rules about where to put your lines. Like, yeah, for instance, you don't want this line straightly connecting to this. Even if you don't mean it, even unintentionally, it's gonna look weird. So you gotta be mindful about stuff like that. Or tangents. That's also another thing I try to avoid. But I don't know, for some reason they just happen. Maybe I'm cursed, who knows. So like sometimes I draw like a head. Like I draw a head like this. Oh. And I draw a hand and it's exactly touching the lines. Yeah, that's horrible. This part, that's the horrible part. Don't do that. Just maybe intersect it a bit. Yeah, like that. So that You can make. Oh, that's great. What a good idea. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, avoid tangents. I don't know why I had to draw that to show you, but avoid tangents. Oh, we're at the boobs part. Great. Yeah, it's nothing. It's not crazy big or anything. It's not, water balloons or watermelons. But yeah, simple. Just something regular. Something like this. Yeah. Hopefully YouTube doesn't get weird and thinks saying, saying the bobbers will get me banned. That'd be horrible, wouldn't it? So yeah, just general shape, figure out where everything is. You could always get back to it later. Yeah. Just figuring out the shape. Like footsies, doing little jabs. Make sense of everything. My lips just stuck together because they're dry. Remember to drink water. Oh my god, it's almost 40 minutes and all I've been doing is line art. It's been a while. To be honest, it's been a while. I'd say maybe 2 weeks, at least, since I picked up this tablet. I have been trying to get back on this. I used to draw like once a week, one drawing, 1 week. I held on to that for a year. And honestly, the practice from just doing that, I improved a lot. I highly recommend it. If you could do it daily, sure. You'll probably go like 7 times faster than me. And I think that was when hands started being fun to draw. Like, it used to be like, oh, hands, how am I gonna do that? Oh my god. But after I started getting used to it, and just eventually worked out my own way of drawing it, like this weird cheese block with the finger sticks, suddenly it's fun. Like, ooh, this is interesting. I wonder how I can do that. And yeah, that's when I started looking at my hands a lot, like a weirdo in public. Just keep going. And the result doesn't always have to be pristine perfect. But as long as you're learning, I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Because that means the next one will be better. Even if it's only slightly. Because that's still movement, in a way. That's still movement in a direction. That's better than not moving. So yeah, that was my TED talk about self-improvement. Don't put yourself down and just keep pushing. Results will show up. You might not notice it immediately, but I think it'll show up. Remember to put dates on your art like this. Even a simple month date, just so you know, like, oh my, it's been a year. And so when you start comparing, oh, this is a year old. This is 2 years old. This is just a month old. Stuff like that. Did I do this right? Let's remove the draft. It's like, oh. That is a weird foot, but it's okay. We'll adjust that as we go. Yeah, I'm not feeling this torso. It's too weird. We need to remember ribs exist. Yeah, something like that. Not a harsh curve. Maybe more productive. across the board. Because, yeah. More attention to the drawing, less browsing the social medias, looking at memes. Focus. Laser focus. So I know where everything is. Yeah, this is a little weird. Let's resize the boob. Papa YouTube, please. I didn't mean that in a weird way. Like, the bit rate is lower. Huh. Wait a minute. I'm getting a techie problem. I thought I solved this techie problem. I did solve it. So why is the problem here again? Oh no. Is the stream moving? Hopefully. I hope it's still smooth. I wouldn't want this to like cut midway as I'm working on a boob. I don't want to be known for that. I actually want to finish this in a space of 1 to 2 hours. But at the pace we're going, I'm kind of blowing it really badly. I don't know whether to talk or just keep going. Because I don't remember being able to talk and draw at the same time. This is probably a first. It's a little better than I imagined, but that's still more brain cells than I need. I never used this much multitasking before. Oh, what's going on here? Stuff like that. I don't go on a full 1 hour meeting speech talking about stonks or whatever. I'm actually really bad at that stuff. Don't tell my boss. But yeah, surprisingly, I've managed to keep up this weird one-man conversation with myself for almost an hour. That's good practice. Hopefully I can apply it to real life too. Then again, I don't know anyone who would listen to me for an hour straight. Even I... Where's the belly button? Give me a moment. Measuring. This is the elbow. Okay, just a little below it. Okay. If you don't believe me, maybe you can try it too. It's somewhere here, right? Probably. We'll figure it out in post. Yeah. Yeah, I have a bit of a shaky hand. Actually drank some coffee earlier today. And I was actually doing fine. Like, I wasn't jittery or anything. But like, I helped my brother-in-law move a couch. So I guess that's when the blood started moving around and... Yeah. I have a slight jitter right now. Especially early on in the stream. When I started, there's a slight... I don't know if we call it palpitations. Because my heart wasn't like beating that quickly. But it really felt like it. Should really stick to tea on the weekends. Okay, bendy bit. This is the weird parts. Don't worry, we're not actually know where everything is. I swear these are all guides. I'm not a weird pervert or anything. Probably. Yeah, something like that. Hair is up here. But yeah, this is the basic naked people layer. The funnest layer, where everything makes sense. This is where we build upon the clothes. You know, just enjoy the things you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Something like that. Probably. Anyway, yeah, let's remove the draft. Yeah, that's not bad. Clothes. This is the more fun part because designing clothing is kind of nice. Did the connection stabilize? It looks like the scary yellow line earlier is gone. So I'm hoping this is stable. I'm actually really nervous because of the what's this? Because the last stream, it says 3 hours, but when I loaded it, it just cut to like 2.5. So like the first 30 minutes to an hour, that's missing. So hopefully when this finishes, everything is here. Because I don't record any of this. This is all just disappearing into the archives. So if there's any missing footage, I'm sorry, it's gone forever. I don't have enough hard drive to do the job here. Oop. Let's adjust the shoulders because they look kind of weird. I'm sure this would bother a lot of people. Yeah, that's a little better, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, my left thumb is a little weak because I did the lifting a little early. So I had to grasp something heavy. So my thumb is a little tired. Should be fine. It's nothing serious. I think a good night's sleep won't fix. So okay, what the hell are you wearing? Not a bad fashion sense. Yeah. Yeah, hey boy. How you going? Is everything turning out alright? Probably. Hopefully. There's no music, so it's just the deafening silence of my voice ruining everything. So if you have your own music, just play it on low. Customize your own music. So anyway, it's clothing time. Where are we? Yes, hello, hi. How's it going? Osid Nan Reg 1. I don't know who Lewis is, but sure, yes, I'm Lewis. Why not? What do you want? What do you want from me? Can't you see I'm being creative? I am contributing to the soul of society by drawing a woman. Yeah. Sure. Why you know Discord? Because this is a public stream. So if you want to be heard in the public, sure. Because this isn't delisted. That makes no sense. It's fine, don't worry about it. I mean, what else are we going to talk about? Also, if I was there, I don't know, it's kind of weird. You'll be talking about stuff that people won't see. There won't be any context to that. That's kind of weird. Who would do that? Certainly not me. I hope. I hope. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not actually my name. They just called me that because, it's easier naming scheme. And yes, I have weird friends. I'm sorry. Just something like that. Yeah. It looks more like a bra like that, huh? And I think it's kind of cute. Sure. Jacket. The straps are unbalanced. Definitely, definitely want to make that look better. So when you're making a strap, just make it like curve it to the body. Don't make like a straight line. Rimworld boobs is lore. Yeah. Yes, deep lore. I don't think there are boobs in Rimworld. There's just lungs and hats made out of human flesh. So I would say that's better. Yeah, something like that. Just make sense of everything. Talking. Just balance it out. So you have this vague idea of symmetry. Curvature. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope. Yep. See, this is the classic thing. I'm probably gonna draw a jacket over this, so all this effort I've done is wasted. But you know, it's still good to do it, because maybe there'll come a time you won't erase the jacket. It's an opportunity to learn. Oop. How do you do this again? What am I doing? What am I doing? Anyway, yeah, collar of the jacket. Just to figure out where everything falls under. Hmm? Like that? I guess, sure. We'll clean stuff up as we go. Art streams are actually hard. I'm kinda compelled to just do Monster Hunter. But no, we have to do this. Because at the bottom of this screen, the bottom left, it says Kmuf draws. Over here, look at this. Look at this. So I actually have to draw. It's not Kmuf plays or Kmuf talks about rocks for 5 hours. No, we have to have some content related to this name. And I'm too lazy to change the Twitter name. Yes, that's Twitter. I forgot to add the bird icon. Because like I said, I'm really scared of the copyright. I don't know what's legal to show anymore. Is it even legal to show GIMP? I don't know. Just playing safe until I'm sure. I should probably be asking other people about this down the line in some format, but let's just get into the motion of everything first. Settle my feet before it. Plus, I don't want to like trouble anyone. There are a lot of people. I know a bunch of people in this related line of work. They're pretty cool people. I respect them a lot. So okay, jacket. Follow the curve shape thing. Curve shape thing. So you know that's 3D space. Yeah. Something like that. My hand is really sweaty, it's kinda gross. I'm almost compelled to put baby powder on my tablet. That doesn't sound like a good idea though, so probably don't do that. That's a tip I probably don't recommend doing. Mm-hmm. And then the jacket, slight foldy fold. Excuse me. Get out of my way for a moment. Slight folding, because the shoulders are up slightly. And yeah. And then arm. Arm. So yeah, when you're making clothes, you're effectively sometimes drawing the shape all over again. But yeah, sometimes I use the body's layer, the line of the body, as the clothes, just to save time because it's gonna be the same shape. But yeah, this one it's a slightly thicker jacket, and I want to fix the arm because it's a little off. So yeah, just fix this arm. Because yeah, now that I'm doing is it's a weird bulge on this shoulder arm. Tricep? No, quadricep. The weird muscle thing next to your arm. Upper arm muscle. Look, I'm not a doctor, I just draw this, okay? Just bear with me here. Yeah, some folds. Make sense of it. 3D space. Yeah, because I take so long. Maybe we'll put shading on a different time. We'll see how this feels. How long have I been on? What is there a timer on this somewhere? I can't see. I can't see. Oh, it's been an hour, okay. I forgot I had a clock. I'm a genius. So it's a fancy jacket. Sleeves plotted out with a circle. And then, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something like that, sure. This is nice. Oddly chilling. I always wanted to do an art stream where I talk. I don't know what to talk about, but you know, it's it's a thing that I've wanted to do. Well, maybe I could be something like talking like Bob Ross. But the problem is I've hardly watched any of Bob Ross's videos that I don't know what he talks about. All I see are captions and memes. Probably should watch those. Yeah. Probably. Oop. Shoulder. Since this is a bendy part. Some clothing folds. So this is all just, you know, this isn't set in stone, just an idea. And oh, this is a bendy part. Okay, I'm gonna do a big brain here. Because I don't want to remove the body layer completely. Because I might still need it. I'm gonna hide it with a mask. So this thing, if I paint black on this layer, the mask, it makes whatever's on the layer invisible. So like this. Ooh. Ooh. But I could just erase it and I'll see it again. Fancy, huh? You probably already know that, but yeah, stuff that I do. They're just easily hide the line art underneath. And since it's just a mask, you don't have to like manually erase anything. You just keep it. So when you're readjusting, you could just draw it again. It's something I like to keep in mind. It's very useful. I don't know if other people do it, but that's what I do. That's my process. Maybe there's an easier way, I don't know. But yeah, this is my way. Remember that GIMP is lawful evil in the alignment chart. So I make my own rules. I mean, the fact that I'm just using one hard circular brush, that's pretty daft in its own. There's a lot of people who use, like, I don't know, 20 brushes in a piece of work. That's actually impressive. I'm kind of jealous. But I'm too scared to use that many. I'm gonna lose track. This one's weird. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad, right? That is an arm of some sort. You know what? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is an arm. Actually, maybe I'll mirror this unsleeved. This unsleeved side, just to showcase it. The lewd shoulder. I think it's a quirky flavor to add. Oop, here we go. Yeah, add a strap here. Because it's not roughly on it. So I guess it's a slight raising. That's a cloth. And yeah, just add this weird thing here. This is gonna fold a lot. It's also probably not gonna make sense, but you know, I'm not gonna stand up, put on a jacket weirdly to verify. Let's just roll with it. Suspension of disbelief. Suspension of disbelief. Yeah, something like this. Slight erase. The human brain is pretty funky. Because yeah, if I put even a gap here, your brain completes it as one perfect line. So I think that's pretty impressive stuff. That's basically how you draw a chain link sometimes. Like you don't have to draw the full grid. You could skip a bit of line so it doesn't look busy. But your brain understands that it's a chain link fence. So it's still okay. I like those little tricks like that. Like how something detailed like a tatami mat. It's like full of really tiny lines. But if it's zoomed out or at a distance, detail won't be preserved because we have caveman eyes. So we don't have to draw like, ooh, like that. We could just draw something like that. This isn't a lost meme, but yeah. Like just less lines overall. And it roughly does the same thing. because your brain recognizes it as tatami or a weave. That's pretty cool stuff. Really fascinating stuff. I like playing with that idea. Although I don't use it very often, I think. I really should use that. It's great with braids. Because braids are horrible to draw. It's not that they're difficult, it's just tedious. Like really tedious. You have to draw each knot one at a time. And you know, I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. I don't know about you. Same thing with chains. If I figure out a brain hack around that, I would be so happy. Just save so much time. Yeah, that doesn't look right. How did I do this? How did Past Me do this? Past Me was a genius. Oh. Yeah, I say that like right now. I'm about an hour in, I just realized I'm wearing headphones for nothing other than the mic mounted on it. I could have like put it on the table and spoke to that. But we're this far in now. We can't go back. Past me was a genius. Future me is a chump. That's why we screw him over all the time. Oh, yep. Yeah, this doesn't look right to me. Something like this. I'm actually curious about other people's processes, but I'm also at the same time incredibly lazy to sit through them all. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Mm-hmm. Proper folds here. Give me a moment, let's just erase this whole arm so I'm not distracted by it. No. Yeah, see, that looks really weird now, doesn't it? I feel like this is gonna be my problem zone for a while. I'm sorry. We can move on to other parts later. Oh yeah, this part is easy. Yeah, look at this part. Ooh, wait, wrong layer. Wrong layer. Ooh. Ooh. Oop. There, problem solved, right? That one is easy, because you already know where everything is. I should really study more on clothing folds. Cloth is pretty wild stuff. Yeah, so curves and hips. How do hips work? Somewhere here, I guess, somewhere like that. Wait, no. Hand control, yeah, there. Whew. Hand control, hand control. Ooh. Speaking of, mine still hurts. Really bad at that. Yeah, I'm skipping the right sleeve first. We'll come back to it later. Just make sure everything else is fine. This leg isn't straight. I'm sorry. Let's fix that. Hope everyone's staying safe, by the way. It's pretty much crazy out there. Still quarantined. But I actually have to do some on-site work tomorrow. Hopefully we'll do it fine and nothing breaks. Because I feel like something always breaks. In admission to my own fault. Up. Alright, maybe a little here. You know, shorty short. Hup. Other than that, I should get a capture card. I played so much Animal Crossing the other day. Then again, not really exciting what I did. I just fished and caught bugs most of the day, paying for my crippling debt. Debt? Debt. Debit. There's only so much you can do to make it interesting. I mean, even with my aggressive monologuing. Oh. Or, you know, big brain. I could just make portraits in Animal Crossing. It's like a 2-for-1 special. Both art and Animal Crossing. Spend the next 1 or 2 hours fiddling pixel art that I've never dreamed for. Just so I can make a picture of my waifu to hang on the wall. Living the dream. Actually, I did. I just, you know, since I don't have a capture card, I can't show you what I did. And I'm not about to give Nintendo my Twitter account, which is down there in the bottom left, by the way. Aha, segue into plug. Still genius. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Weird shapes, weird shapes. What even is a circle anymore at this point? But yeah, finished or not finished, I might stop in an hour. But thankfully we have an hour. So I would hope to finish at least the line art. Alright, let's disable layer mask. Ah, see, that's the problem, because we don't know where the other half of the arm is. It looks thicker than necessary. That's also something we should look out for. So I think if we did a bit of life hacks here. Something like that. Basically just defining the other half of the arm somewhere. It'll look less like a giant log. Maybe. Did that help? A little bit. But it's a bit harsh. The curve. change the angle a bit. Something like that. Yeah. This one's a bit too harsh too. So we'll just yeah. Yeah, great. Do I have a streaming schedule? That's also something I have to work out. I cobbled together a playlist. Then again, the people I showed it to, they don't know most of those. But I say that's an opportunity. Pants. How do pants work again? Huh. Huh. Aha. Uh. Aha. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a lot of reviewing. Post-process review here. Ooh. Shorts. How did I do this? Belt. Oh, okay. Up. Belt. Okay. It's being simple. I'm glad the caffeine stabilized in my head. Yeah, there. See? Slightly higher. So you know it's thicker. By no means an expert, but we'll try anyway. Does look like quite odd. Yeah, belt actually requires 3 lines. The shorts and the 2 tops of the belt. So something like this. We have to be very careful. Very precise and careful movements. But at the same time, slowly. Well, not too slow. Because your hands will get all shaky. Yeah, it's getting shaky now. Rotate tablet. Actually, don't. Oh. This is gonna hurt my eyes, oh my god. Focus. Yeah, okay. Pretty alright, yeah. Belt. And then we gotta add the belt loops. Which is actually kind of fun, because you just do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, see? Anyone can do that. Ta-da. Doesn't that look like a belt loop? Isn't that great? Life hacks. Slight curve here. Just give you the idea that it's a belt loop. Yeah, there, see? 3D space. Trick those caveman brains of yours. Oh, yep. Yeah. See? Cool. Yep. Ta-da. Perfect. Bit of cleanup here, because it looks weird. And the buckle. Belt buckle. She didn't have a belt buckle, so let's make her a new one. Something not too flashy. Something like this, like a plain one. Yeah. Of course, the other end. Oh boy, we're gonna do it again. Watch me now. The other end here. Oh, so wild. Oh. We'll just repurpose this. Yep. So tricky, huh? So tricky. Making a belt. No. That doesn't seem right. Something like that. Just put the tip. Just the tip. Add a nice taper. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Just remove these lines so they're not in the way. Ta-da. Let's make it slightly bigger. It's these little details that add up. And yeah, it's okay to put time into it, I think. Yeah, there. Cool. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Get the shapes right. Hour and a half. It's okay. All things considered, this is a lot more progress than I do. Because yeah, back then it would take me a week because of distractions, procrastination, random bouts of boredom. Just fix this. Hmm. Yeah, just vaguely that. That'll work. Here we go. Yeah, I'm spending a little too much time on the details. What was this? Rope? Hmm. Jokers, man. Strange thing. There's a weird stigma around it. Personally, just wear what you want. Well, like, what's my business? Oh. Why do I put so many circles? No, this is the human body's fault. Never mind. The body has too many circles. Oh, hi, Termy. How's it going? We are an hour and a half in. Just redrawing an old picture. Yeah, it's either a huge delay or I wasn't paying attention. It's one of those. Probably the latter. No, don't worry about it. There's probably a setting here that I completely neglected to remember exists. Nope. Right. Hands. And feet. Hands and feet. Gotta work on those. Actually have fun doing those. It's a weird... It's like a challenge. Defo huge delay, yeah. Yeah, so you don't stream snipe my art. Yeah, I think that chat appearing a minute later is normal, I think. I mean, that's happened to me sometimes when I comment on other streams. I think it's fine. Hmm. Yeah, we're at hands now. The funnest part. I'm not being sarcastic. I actually like drawing hands. At first it was a chore, but now it's actually pretty fun. It's like a challenge, like Sudoku. Just observe all the time. See how it's done. Just construct that weird human thumb. "50-second delay." Yeah. I mean, you didn't need to put a stopwatch to it, but sure, yeah. There's always slight delay. It's fine. Maybe I just have shitty net. That's also something. Oh. Thumbs. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at my hand a lot. Give me a moment. Just studying what it looks like. Always be looking at refs. Break it down. Break it all down into shapes you understand. Trial and error to see what looks good. See how other people do it. That's pretty much how I figured everything out. Oh, this is the fun part. Look at this. I left this as a draft. And I can only blame myself. Amazing. Hand bones. Yeah. Okay. Human hands, man. What's up with that? Hop. Hop. Yeah. Just keep everything earmarked. We could always go back to it. Now, this knuckle, this bendy bit of the thumb aligns with your index finger's knuckle. So I guess around here. Yeah, give or take. Fingers are fun. Is there an art avatar? Yeah, there is, but I got lazy using it. It's just there. I guess I can roll it out sometimes. Yeah. I really should fix stuff like that. Give me a moment. I'm figuring out this index finger. Right, let's see. Let's see if we can change it a moment. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Isn't that great? I really should abuse that, because that's pretty much my only gimmick. At least, you know, until I figure out how to live 2D and whatnot. I'm plotting. I'm plotting. Things are on the design stage. But hey, that's not something I want to talk about now. Let's just stick to the activity now. Yes, I'm using GIMP. Isn't it crazy? Yeah, if you see this little guy here in the upper left, that's the GIMP man. Is that what you call him? I don't know what you call him. That's our mascot. Sure. I don't know how many people use GIMP. There's probably just dozens of us. But I don't know, I've gotten used to it. And I'm way too cheap to buy the other ones like Photoshop or Krita or whatever. Improve your skill, yeah. Eventually, someday. That's something to look forward to. Hey, that's a really high ambition to reach for. You can always start on smaller goals. Like for instance, getting 50 people to subscribe. Yeah. Well, you can't do that without pushing content. So here I am pushing content. We're already doing it. Working on our dreams. Isn't it wild? I think a reasonable goal would be 3 streams a week, at least. Maybe an MWF. I have a nice and slow voice. Yes, thank you. I always figured my voice sounds like a dork or or a gnome. It's quite low and weird. I don't know. I don't know how to describe my voice. It's just I don't think it's relaxing. Alright, zoom back. That's not bad, but not good either. Someday. I should also probably get over myself and learn to self-advertise more often. I just can't seem to do that. I always think, oh, if I'm really good at it, it'll be worth sharing. I don't want people to just add me because they know me personally or they feel compelled to or something like that. You know, I want to get in through my own merit. Ideally by word of mouth. Huh. Calm cadence. Oh yeah, that's probably the coffee talking. Also, I'm really bad at enunciating. I need more practice. Because yeah, I have the word in my mouth. Sometimes it doesn't word properly when it comes out. Do I stutter? Maybe? I don't know. Is that classified as a stutter? Probably not. And not a bad 2 fingers. Just 8 more to go. 7 more. Thumbs. Thumbs exist. Probably have to move these fingers around a little bit. Up. But yes, maybe one day Senpai will notice me. Until then, I'll just work on me. I really did mess this up. Wait. Like that? Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Hands may be difficult, but I don't know, it's like a challenge. It's like doing pixel art, lots of trial and error for me. But I don't know, I guess it just pulls me in the I gotta do this until it looks right. That sort of thing. I probably messed this up really badly. Huh? Ring finger, we're moving you. Slightly over here. Yeah. Hmm. Right, let's remove these first, just to see how that looks. But actually, speaking of, now that I think about it, gotta also work on the time when to do this. Ideally, without the quarantine, this is the best time for me, since it's right after work and right after eating. So I would ideally have all the time for the evening to do this. Hands are tricky. They're a fun tricky. Right. Yeah, I need that. Hmm. Need to adjust this. Now does that do that? Just confuse me more. Getting off to work? Okay, sure. Have fun. I might stop in like 15 minutes. I guess I really couldn't finish this in 2 hours. Still, a lot more progress than I thought. Definitely more than I thought. Usually, at this stage, it would take me like 3 to 4 days. But now I did it in 2 hours, so... Yeah, this really is good. Just no distractions. I know what I'm doing on the get-go. All my refs are here. Everything is fine. Hmm. Oops. Hand is a bit big. Not gonna lie, it's a little weird. Slight adjustment. Oh. Yeah. And 2 years the way I've done hands is a little different now. Less pointy. Let's fix this a bit. The knuckle of the middle finger is slightly higher than the others. So that's something I have to keep in mind. Always observe your hands. The ridge of the pinky, the webbing, it's also a lot lower than the others. Yeah, like that, I guess. We'll see how this looks later on. Just see how this feels. Oh, I don't hate it. Could use a little more fixing up, but that's fine. Yeah, perfectly fine. It's not the best, but we'll just fix it as we go. We'll work on this next time. Let's just plot out the shoes. Figure out where everything is. Yeah. Just add circles, curves. Just so you have an idea where everything is. Surface of the shoe. It's a bit of a boot. It's a little thick. Something like that. Something to explore. Something to look into. But yeah, definitely need more box time to make sense of this area. But yeah, this hand is looking great, at least. Kind of, vaguely. Just a bit more adjustment. But otherwise, you know, it's nice. It's nice. I don't hate it. Could be better. So we could revisit that later. Pretty nice. Just mask this out. Other things we'll be working on is the hair. You know, this messy tuff. Wherever it is, we'll figure it out. It's probably here. Just and of course the face, which we will add. Usually the face is the last thing I add, so we'll figure that out. Yeah, placeholder. Figure everything out. So finish the rest of the shoes, finish the other hand, and the head. Lots of things to do. Slowly, but surely. We'll get to it. Cheeky collarbones. Just placeholder, figure out where everything is. I'll verify this on my own time. But yeah. Lots of anatomy studies to do. Make sense of everything. But the most important part is just keep going. Learn from everything. Don't just accept on what you got. Keep going. Keep getting better. Don't ever be satisfied. Now yeah, this is plenty progress. I guess we can try continuing this tomorrow. I try to scoop more time. And yeah, wait. Let's go back to let's go to cool down area, yeah. Like this, yeah. Ooh. Go chat, like, well chat. And just turn off this mode. But yeah, interesting thing. Testing out these transitions. Did that transition right? Probably not. I'll be tinkering this with more. Tinker this when I have more time. Actually semi-impromptu. Thumbnail was made like 2 hours ago. But yeah, I want to keep doing this. Not just art, not just games, just this whole thing in general. Lots of things to learn. And we'll get started one bit at a time. So, so yeah, I guess that's it for today. It's been about 2 hours-ish. Yeah. See you later then. Hope you have a nice day. Hope you learned something. And send feedback. Add me on Twitter. It's right here, this thing. Yeah. That's fine too. You can message me or something. We'll figure it out. Playing this by the ear a lot. So anyway, bye. See ya.